Hey everybody, it's Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm talking with the man himself, the big man upstairs, the guy, the high, holy... No, it's actually Gegard Mousasi, looking very, very Jesus-like right now with the halo.
Thank you, Karyn. Thank you.
So, obviously, this is great to see you. You know, we love talking to you. It's nice that we get to see you more frequently. You're taking on Uriah Hall at UFC Belfast. That is coming up. So, my question to you is, how badly do you want to make up for the KO loss?
Well, pretty bad because I'm taking a detour actually because I could have faced maybe some of the number 1 to 4 guys. But I'm taking an extra fight probably with Uriah Hall to put something straight. But also because I don't think UFC would have made this match, would have the main event fallen off of the Belfast card.
Right.
So they needed a fast replacement. So I think that's why I got the fight. So, but I'm happy with the fight.
Well, yeah. So it came up, just to remind people, you beat Vitor Belfort, which was a fight that A, you had been asking for quite some time, and B, you looked really solid in. And people did think, yeah, okay, Gegard, after this, you know, you moved up from number 9 to number 5 by beating Vitor. Why wouldn't you just wait for one of those higher guys? Why risk it, quote unquote, risk it against Uriah, who is ranked lower than you?
Yeah, it's something more personal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not personal against Uriah Hall because I got nothing against him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I don't know him.
Yeah,
I
like him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, probably is a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy probably. I don't know. But, it's something, to the disrespectful fans, people like to kick you down when you're down. So now payback time.
So the disrespectful fans, you mean after your loss to Uriah when that knockout happened? I know there were some people.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call them fans because a fan is someone who's respectful. But nowadays you have a lot of dicks on the internet.
the dicternet, yeah, it should be called the dicternet. But yeah, so they got on you. I think I might have to coin that one. All right, you actually got a little bit blurry now. I don't know if it's your Wi-Fi or my Wi-Fi. Hold on a second here. Let's see if that clears up a little bit. Yeah, it was perfect before. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, so and that was the thing about that fight is you hadn't been knocked out before. I believe that was the first time you'd ever been finished, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but TKO doesn't knock out. But
a little bit different.
You gotta put it straight.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So how important is that to you? Because my fear, Gegard fan fear, could be that you might go into this with emotion now because you have something to prove to yourself. There's something that you want to settle, a score you want to settle, something you want to make right. People might worry that you, Gegard, could be emotional. The man who never shows emotion, but they might fear you get emotional in this fight.
Well, I wasn't. I think I was emotional last fight with Uriah because I got some plays from UFC that my previous fight was boring. So then I thought, well, I'm gonna show them something. Well, this fight it's all about business and being smart. I'm gonna be patient, pick my shots. Wherever the fight goes, I will be superior.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not underestimating him. But. I feel like I'm in my prime now. So after this phase, but I have to go first Uriah Hall, and
right.
Then we see.
So I do wonder about how much you processed that whole warning about being boring, and when you put it into the fight with Vitor, that certainly wasn't boring. Were you in your head? I wonder what you were saying in your head, like boring, like I'll show you. You know what I mean? Like because you definitely went out there with a real sense of purpose.
Well, no, against Tyler Zetas, I have to be careful. The guy wants to take me down constantly, looking for the shoots constantly. If I'm being too aggressive with that guy, then he's gonna win, and then they're gonna say I'm a bad fighter. I'd rather be a boring fighter than a bad fighter. So some fighters you can be aggressive. With Thiago Santos, I wasn't looking for the knockout because he just made a mistake and I was able to capitalize on it. Vitor Belfort, I have to fight him aggressive because that's the way to break him. So every fighter has a different way to fight. So I'm not thinking about being exciting or boring, or I'm just concentrating on winning. Because if you get a decision win and then you get a knockout after that, people forget the last fight. But the win stays. The loss does more damage than the win, than a boring fight.
Right. So you feel there was more damage done by the Uriah loss, and also like what bothered you more, the loss, the way you lost, or the fact that you lost to somebody who wasn't a bigger name?
Well, I was in great shape. I felt I was the better fighter, so that was bad. And the way I lost wasn't also good.
Yeah.
So it was all combination of a lot of things, and you know, uh, stupid people on the internet also didn't help. So it's my I get the chance. I respect Uriah Hall for giving me the rematch.
Yeah.
He won fair and square. I'm not.
Yeah. Right.
I just feel like I'm the better fighter.
Right.
That's the thing. That's what I want to prove.
Yeah.
And he's giving me the chance. So I got nothing against Uriah.
Right. Remember, it's the Dicternet. We've rewritten it. The Dicternet.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes. Was there a moment in the fight with Vitor that you felt? I mean, I know you believed in yourself and you knew you could win that fight, but was there an actual moment in the fight where you went, "I got him. I know he's gonna break"?
Well, second round, I felt like he was getting tired, and I could have fought that pace for 5 rounds, I believe. I was in good shape. I'm in good shape for this fight, so I will keep the pressure. I will go move forward, and I feel like I have the best stand-up in the middleweight now. So if I have a right game plan and the right day, I can beat anybody. So I need to beat Uriah, and I'm very close.
Nice.
Next year the belt is in Holland.
Nice. Well, when you talk about your stand-up and you say it's the best, has something changed with your coaching team, or has something like sometimes they talk about a moment, like even if you're just studying math and you're like, I don't get it, and then you have that moment where you get it. So has something changed in you just as a fighter where you just believe you can put things together better, or have you just actually learned some new things that you didn't know before?
Well, I with the Jacare fight, I was working with a boxing coach. Mm-hmm. I was working just on the jab, stupidity on my part. I'm back to my kickboxing. Mm-hmm. I kick. I give low kicks. I mix it up better now, and I'm working a lot on my stand up. I have a good team around me now. I have Ahmed, who's a good coach. He helps me a lot. So. Since the Jagger fight, I changed it, and I think I've shown in my stand-up. And I'm patient, I have good distance, everything is coming together now. I'm not the same fighter.
Well, and you're not the same fighter. You're also, I don't want to say you're a different person, because you actually are the person. I tell people this all the time. You're very much the same as when I first met you. But a lot of people are starting to get to know you more now on social media and in your press conferences. You're cracking jokes. People are making a highlight reel of Gegard jokes at a press conference, was just mind blowing. But I love to see it. But that's something too that consciously you've figured. Okay, there's only so much time that I can say F you to the game. Because if you want to start to get what you want, you actually have to play the game. Is that kind of what's clicking over now too?
Well, I'm not an actor. I'm just being me. Yeah. I'm just more vocal about
being a dick. No.
Yeah, because let's say I said Machida cheated in that fight.
Yeah.
People gonna give me crap about it,
right,
because you're a bad loser. But you can always have those people.
Yeah.
But after the fight, I was right, because he got caught. Mm-hmm. So that's a fact.
Yeah.
So they can't say I was lying.
Right.
Anyway, I'm just being myself. You have to talk. Like Michael Bisping, he got opportunities maybe he wouldn't get if he didn't have coming from Britain,
yeah,
and having a good British accent.
Well, he's a pretty good fighter too, Gegard.
Of course, no, he's a good fighter.
I know what you're saying, though.
But it helps. Like Charles Sonnen, McGregor.
Yeah.
Some doors open,
mm-hmm,
because you're a good fighter, and then you also talk.
Right.
You talk English. English helps.
English helps a lot.
Yeah. if people don't understand you, you can be a good fighter, but they're not very interested.
Right. So here's my thing, and I'm a little disappointed because I'm happy that you're fighting Uriah, and I'm happy that you're getting the rematch. But before that rematch came up, you were scheduled to be here. I'm in New York City right now in a hotel. You were scheduled to be here in New York for UFC 205. Obviously, Chris Weidman and Yoel Romero fighting. Rashad Evans was supposed to fight Tim Kennedy. Without you here in the city, Gegard, we didn't have you as an option. Like, literally in my head, I was thinking as soon as I knew Rashad couldn't fight, I was like, get Gegard on the plane, you know? You would have already been here. You could have done that. Today, they had Jacare weigh in, apparently as a backup plan. And I'm wondering if they would have done that with you instead if you didn't have Uriah. Like, have they ever told you, I know UFC 200, you almost fought DC, but like to have that backup plan? Because Jacare came in and then he got everybody talking because Kelvin Gastelum missed weight against Cerrone. We thought, oh, maybe he's going to fight Kelvin Gastelum at middleweight instead of welterweight. But like, you would have jumped in any of those opportunities, I'm sure.
Yeah, Tim Kennedy would have been a great fight for me.
Yeah.
I think style-wise is good for me. I would have taken that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But after the fight, I wouldn't be really in training after the Vitor fight. It was that I got this fight, so I trained. Otherwise, I need my time off because then I'm hungry to train again.
Right.
I'm not a guy who's constantly training the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
I did that when I was younger, but now I like eating potatoes and French fries. So I like my rest. Yeah.
Well, and it would have been great to have you here. I mean, the city is fantastic. I don't know how much time you spent in New York. Obviously, it is a big deal fight. And Jacare was funny about who he might be fighting. And, of course, he's calling for Bisping as well. His fight fell out with Luke. I do want to kind of get your thoughts on a couple of these fights. We were talking in the studio the other day that maybe you should fight the winner of Weidman-Romero. Is that something that you have specifically asked for?
I would say if Jacare fights Bisping,
mm-hmm.
and I fight the winner of your Romero to decide who's next.
Okay.
Yeah, but if they guarantee me, they're not gonna guarantee me. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Because let's say any of those guys can be a champion.
Mm-hmm.
So if you risk fighting those guys, it's better fight them when you have the belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just being smarter, but. I don't know. Winner of those guys is good. First, Uriah Hall. If I win, I would love to fight Chris Weidman or Yoel Romero next because I have to.
Yes, you do have to. But if I'm not mistaken, isn't Uriah the last fight on the contract?
No, I have one more left.
Oh, one more after that.
Yeah, after this, one more left, and then it's good to go as a contender in the negotiation table.
Absolutely. That's when we know that Michael's going to be out for a little while. And we don't know what's happening with Jacare, but they have rescheduled Tim Kennedy and Rashad Evans. So that one is going to be that one's going to happen at 206. If you're fighting in Belfast next weekend, how quickly, could you or would you want to fight? Because as you just mentioned, these two are back to back. You like your potatoes and rice. How quickly would you want to fight again?
February, March.
Okay.
So after this, pack some holiday kilos.
Nice.
So and then February, March.
Yeah. And how so you figure you would fight the winner of the Yoel Romero versus Chris Weidman, and the next fight after that would be a title fight.
Yeah, I think so.
So
or they give me title shot right.
Or they just give it to
because March they're gonna go back to UK again.
Yes.
Maybe they're going to give me a fight in March in the UK.
Well, do you like that? I mean, obviously it's a close-to-home fight. I don't know how that compares to your excitement level versus fighting in Vegas versus fighting, would have been great to have you here in New York. They're going to come back and do a show in Brooklyn, which is just over the bridge. I don't know, how much does the place you fight matter to you? Like, do you get more excited in one place or another?
No, not really. No. I'd rather fight...
Same old weigh-in.
Closer to my room, to my house.
Yes.
So it's a 1-hour flight. I don't like to travel 12 hours.
No.
But New York is something I would like to do once. It's like all the boxing greats have fought there. So
right.
If I fight one day in Madison Square Garden, that would be nice. But not really. The closer the better to my home is better.
Absolutely. And one thing I do want to touch on, you mentioned it with Lyoto Machida. How much do you feel that USADA and the testing is changing things? Like, do you think they are efficient enough? Have they come to your house for this fight? Have you gotten the knock on the door at 6 a.m?
They come to me this morning actually. I was sleeping. They came 7 o'clock in the morning. They woke me up. They ruined my day. So I wasn't happy about it, but it's at least they tested me.
Right. Well, and you've never had an issue with it, so.
No. It's good for me.
Yeah.
It's good for me. I'm not worried about anything. I don't know. Sometimes everyone says about boner pills you get. I don't know. Everyone is being caught for things they haven't done. They say, now I'm afraid of they catch me for something, but I don't use anything. But still, you like anything can happen nowadays because everyone that's being caught, they say I use the cream, or they say I use some boner pill, and then I don't know.
So you don't take. For the record, Gegard Mousasi does not take boner pills.
No. No, we don't need it.
I just want to clear that up for the record.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is kind of. I mean, there's a more delicate way to phrase that, I suppose, but yeah. But you're right. I mean, but at the end of the day, I do wonder your take on this because let's say somebody says, "Yeah, I was taking Cialis, I was taking this, I didn't know." At the end of the day, though, you really are responsible. It's an excuse, and it might be valid, but it's still your fault. Yes.
I know, but let's say you take something you don't know. It's people make mistakes, so you always have in back of your mind maybe something. I took something wrong in my belly, so you never know. But not that I'm taking anything illegal, but you're just cautious.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. One thing I want to ask you about in the last, before your lead up to the fight with Vitor, you were in a building. You guys were talking about the construction that was going on, and your brother was saying how, you don't really add anything to it other than the money, and you joked that the Vitor fight was going to pay for the building. Did it? Did it cover the cost?
Well, I'm going to buy a farm now, so I'm going to spend it on cows.
Are you gonna make cheese? Are we gonna have Gegard cheese? Like,
yeah, the guy is giving me 4 sheep with it, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep them, but I'm gonna be a farmer. So
somehow somebody's gonna put together Gegard, boner pills, and sheep. You realize that, right?
Yeah, people are gonna make up everything, but I like farm. I like animals. So I have my privacy, and I can do whatever I want.
I think I just came up with the headline. Gegard takes boner pills for his sheep.
Yeah. I think them they grow better.
Are you gonna have goats? Goats are my thing.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna get a dog. Get a dog, sheep.
Yeah.
And I have some fish also now.
Really? Well, and this is for real though. How big of a farm is it?
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big. But it's very close to my old house, so it's like 1 mile away.
Oh, okay.
So not that far away.
But so it would just be like a farm for you for enjoyment. It's not really an actual productive farm where you will be making.
No, I'm nothing there. I'm gonna just go and have a good time.
Nice. Are you gonna trick it out? Are you gonna build your own gym there as well? Like trick out the barn. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a big garage. I'm gonna make it a gym. I'm gonna build a boys club there.
Nice.
Girls allowed. Only you, Karyn.
Thank you, Gegard. Thank you, Gegard. Well, that leads me to my next question. I actually wanted to ask because you are such a prominent figure in fighting in Holland. Alistair Overeem, obviously Dutch as well, but lost his last fight. Regardless, still definitely a legendary fighter. But I do wonder how often people come to you, ask for your mentorship, ask for your advice. Are there a lot of other fighters? Obviously, we've known it's great for kickboxing, but are there other people that come to you and look for advice as MMA fighters?
Sometimes, not that much.
No.
I'm busy with my own stuff. Holland, in Holland, a lot of fighters are very individual.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Brazilians are more like a team.
Yeah.
Holland is more, even with soccer, they're very individual.
Okay. Yeah.
Team. So that's the mentality here. Yeah. But sometimes they come. If I can help, I help. But I'm busy always preparing for my fight, and then I'm helping my friend Ishii now after this fight. So it's not I have a lot of time, but I have some friends that I help to get better.
Right. Is he fighting on that New Year's Eve card?
Yeah, he's fighting New Year's and he's fighting King Mo.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. How's he looking?
Well, yeah, he's fighting twice in December.
Oh, okay. Well, geez. But he's looking good, though, yeah?
Yeah, he looks good.
Because his last fight, he had great top control, but he just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, I know. I think the second round, he was just too much. The second round, I think if he got in the third round takedown, he would have definitely won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Second round, he was just controlling against the cage.
Yeah.
And, but I think he learned from that.
Good.
So hopefully the next fight he will show that.
Good. And lastly, before you go, I want to get your opinion. We talked about the U.S. elections a while ago, and now Donald Trump has won. I know you were not that impressed with Hillary or Donald, but as an outsider, what did you make of the fact that he won? And people seem to be very surprised by that.
Well, I like Donald better than Hillary. Not because I don't think they're both good.
Right.
But I feel like Donald, a lot of things he says he's not be able to do it.
Right.
And,
right.
People get crazy, they go demonstrate on the street. No, don't worry, he's not gonna do it that much. He's not gonna build the wall.
Right.
That's not gonna happen. Just not. And hopefully, give him a chance because now he's the president. People have to give him a chance. It's at the end of the day, it's all to make America great again. So Republics and Democrats, they have come together anyway because it's about America. It's not about which party is the better.
Right.
At the end of I think Obama did a good job. Actually, it's going to be difficult to replace him. Mm-hmm. But a lot of things. I think Obama had good intentions, but wasn't able to really put them through because I don't know how the
just he would face opposition, and some people just didn't want to play ball with him.
Yeah, but I think he was a very good president. The way he speaks, he's very articulate. Mm-hmm. It's going to be difficult. Bush wasn't that good. I liked Clinton, the guy Clinton. What's the name?
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton was good. Yeah. But now it's. I think Donald deserved the chance.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, because I always like to get your opinion because I know you actually take a worldview. You actually do have an interest in politics and things outside of face punching.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I thought that with Hillary, she would go to Middle East and she would bomb everybody. That's the way I felt about Hillary.
It might have happened. I can't say it wouldn't. I don't know the future.
You never know what happens behind the screens.
Right. Right.
Like whole Middle East fucked up now. So it's not because they got crazy. Yeah. It's also foreign policies.
Right. Other people trying to quote unquote fix things.
Like Syria, Turkey is there. The Kurds are there. America is there. Russia is there. Europe is bombing there. So the whole world is fighting at Syria.
Yeah.
It's like that's the unluckiest country ever. Yeah. And you can't tell me that the Syrian people wanted that.
Right.
It's not just Syria, but the big countries want with the smaller countries, and it's not good. But I feel with Donald Trump, he says a lot of things, but I think he wanted to work with Russia is a good thing. Why you want to be having Russia as an enemy? He's Russia number 2. You can mess with Russia. They have nuclear bombs. So
right, but you also, that's like when you have a friend that some people think is a dick and you're like, no, my friend's really cool, but every now and then you know that your friend actually does some stuff that's questionable. Do you know what I mean? And you got to think.
What has Russia done to America recently?
No, I'm not saying that.
So afraid of Russia. Why are they so afraid of Russia?
It's because they always will be. But I'm talking about it's old school. It's an older school mentality. I guess it's that whole question of who has to be the police of the world. You know what I mean? It comes down to that kind of thing.
America does that, but let's say what has Russia done to America recently? Nothing.
Right.
So I don't know why Russia has to be the bad guy.
Yeah, but Gegard, if somebody's not cool to your brother, right? So let's say some girl breaks your brother's heart. You're not still friends with the girl, right?
But Russia did what did Russia do to?
I'm just saying in general with the
but politics,
I know
Russia is still a superpower. So.
Right.
show their teeth when it's needed.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I get it.
get along, so we can all eat chocolate together.
Yes, absolutely. And you definitely feel that more. You know, a lot of people in America don't have a great sense of what's going on in the world. You know, we're all the way over here. You're kind of in the thick of it a little bit more, and you have a diverse background, which I feel like, yes, would make you a little bit more cognizant of what's going on in the world. So, yeah. So you'll run for office one day.
No, I'm not that good.
Okay. Well, listen, do you think you have the opportunity to knock out Uriah, or do you feel like this is a fight that may go a little longer? Certainly, the first round was very commanding for you on the ground. Most people are just going to assume that you're going to take him down again.
Well, he's difficult to submit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to try to mount him. He escapes mounts well. I'm kind of simple. If I take him, it's going to be only control. So, I'm going to go for the knockout.
Good. Hey, listen, it's going to be a great fight. We're really looking forward to it. This one is, of course, this is on Fight Pass. And so, yeah, I remember when I said, oh, cool, I'm going to be in the studio for that one. It's actually the same day as the Sao Paulo show. And on Fox, we're going to be talking about the Sao Paulo show. So, but we will be watching yours, obviously, earlier in the day. It's just that we won't be covering it on Fox. But we'll probably show highlights later in the day. So, okay. Well, thank you, Sue. Go enjoy your sauna.
Yes, I'll do that.
All right, Gegard. Best of luck to you, and we'll see you soon. Come to LA after when you do finally take that vacation.
Definitely. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.